This is a tutorial to do a very quick ink and watercolor painting of Cezanne's rose in a vase. It's so pretty. So I've got a light box here, and what I'm going to do on this one is I'm using a dip pen in some carbon ink, and this is permanent ink, waterproof, so as soon as it dries it's not going to move. And I'm just going to trace and get these get the outline going. I love using these dip pens, and this being cold pressed paper, it's got texture, so the lines might look kind of jagged, which is, I think it adds to it. Then I'm going to splash some watercolor on it. I got this nib here at St. Louis Art Supply. They have so many cool things. Unfortunately, this is out of stock at the moment, but other fine pen stores will have it. As you can see, I'm not worried about being too exact. If you turn this on its side, it makes a more bold line. I just dip it in the ink and take it to the paper. Okay, I'm going to turn off the light to see. Oh, that's really pretty. That is really pretty. Now we have to let this dry, and then I'll splash some watercolor on it. I'm using Holbein colors for this. I've got this palette here. I just love Holbein. So I'm using carmine for the pink rose, yellow ochre, viridian, which is phthalo green, phthalo blue, and a little ivory black. I don't normally use black in my watercolor paintings, but I thought I would use it. It's here, so might as well use it. And so for this kind of tan color over here and in a couple other spots, I've mixed carmine, ochre, and viridian to make this color. Very pretty, neutral color. So I think this is dry, so I'm just going to get a flat brush here. You could use a round brush, you could use whatever brush you have. This is not a very picky painting. So I'm watering down this brownish mix that I've made, and I'm just going to look at the reference photo and go wherever I see there's a little bit of the brown. I'm going to keep the kind of rough, scratchy edges just because it's going to be pretty that way. And I'm just looking at the reference photo and Just dabbing in the paint. And then taking a damp brush and making it kind of spread out. Add some blue. Just have some fun with this. Damp brush. This is yellow ochre and some of the phthalo blue. Just use whatever colors you have and just have some fun with it. This leaf looks like it had some black, so I'm just going to put some of that ivory black in there and let it bleed out, smear around. I love phthalo blue and viridian phthalo green. Just gorgeous colors. Adding some water, get some interesting textures. Let's add some black over here. Some pretty pigmented black. Oh yeah, that's nice. Let's start with some of this pink, this carmine. Just putting it kind of on the edge of the petals. And then I'm going to take a damp brush and kind of move it around. This is so pretty. Damp brush, a little yellow ochre, a little negative painting there. That's a little too dark in there. Just dab some of it up. There we go. little of this lamp black or ivory black in some places. I'm just dabbing and dropping in some color and having some fun. Just look at the reference and add the colors where you think it needs to go. I want some more of this carmine, a little bit more concentrated. Just dropping it in wet on the existing paint that's there, the wet paint. Brush. Got some pink going on here. This is another little pink rose down here. Just dabbing in some color. Oh, I really like this. It's just, oh, I just love this. Let's see. I'm just looking at the reference photo and having some fun here. I think I'm gonna let this dry. I think this is pretty much done, but I'm going to let it dry and see what I think when it's completely dry and see if I need to add anything. Okay, it's dry. So I think I'm going to add some blue over here, some of the phthalo blue. I'm going to add some darker of the carmine. I think I'll mix the carmine with a little of the phthalo green, the viridian, and make some darker values for the rose. And that may be it. I'm going to switch to a round. Let's see, get this carmine mixed with some phthalo green, kind of darken the pink. I want it a little darker than that. Okay, I think that's it. Just dropping in some of this darker value of this pink, carmine, and viridian. Let's put a little over here just for fun. I think I'll splash some water in here, get some texture on the rose. That'll be kind of pretty. And I think we need some intense phthalo blue there, just along the edge. Take a damp brush. Oh yeah. That might be too intense. I think I'll dab some of that up. Yeah, that's good. It just needed a little bit more color. And then the same on this leaf. I'm going to add some of this viridian mixed with some of the yellow ochre and just give it a little bit more. Get some of this in other places as well, where you see the leaves. I'm trying not to do too much because I really want this to be very loose and free. And I think that's it. Wait a minute, one more. This leaf needs some darker value at the top. Kind of smooth it out. I think that's it. Really love this, the vase. Love the colors mixed over here. So pretty. Oh, I need to do some of the blue over here. Kind of negative painting around this pot, this vase, and then smooth it out. Make it pretty dark right next to the vase. Drop my brush. I drop my brush almost every painting I do. I can't help it. I jammed my finger, ruptured my tendon a couple of years ago, and it hasn't been the same since. I can't grip things. But you don't want to hear my problems. Okay. I'm at risk for overdoing it, so I need to step away. This is so bright. I love it. These colors came together and created something so bright and beautiful. I just love it. Of course, it's never finished until it has a mat. Look how bright and happy that is. You could use any kind of micron pen, any kind of permanent ink pen. You could even use water-soluble ink, and whenever it gets any of the watercolor touching it, it'll kind of bleed out and can create really interesting texture with that. You could just use pencil. Use whatever you have. I love this. It is just so bright and happy, and I like happy art. I hope this was enjoyable, and I look forward to seeing yours. And I hope you're enjoying my Patreon channel. I really appreciate you being a subscriber. It means a lot to me that you have confidence in me to produce these for you. I love making the videos, and I especially love to see when people try them and see what you create. It just brings joy to me. So thank you so much.